my friends. Ivana Intuitive here today, and I was just going to pull a few cards for the weekend. I have a couple of decks out. I have my Radleigh Valentine Guardian Angel deck here, so I'm going to pull a few cards from that, see what I get for a message. I'm thinking like this weekend and next week. I mean, it doesn't, these messages, they don't have to be all the time, like happening right away. They might take a few days, a few weeks to kick in, but I was called to put out a message, just pull a few cards for people. And then at the end, I am going to do a 3-card pull. So not sure which deck I'm going to use yet for that, but I will pull 3 cards and we'll see, you can pick 1, 2, or 3, see what you get if you have a specific question. So again, I'm going to just pull a couple of cards here from, again, this Radleigh Valentine Guardian Angels deck. And we'll see how we go. And this is really for this weekend, which I believe, I don't even know what the date is. It's, middle of November. Yeah, it could be a mid-November reading. How about that, if nothing else? So let's see. Let me pull a few cards. Actually, okay. I'm pulling 4 cards. And the reason I pulled, well, let me see here. Okay, yeah. I'm going to get started right away. The first card that I got here is the Magician card. The Magician card saying manifestation, empowerment, preparedness. If you get this, if this card resonates with you, if this reading resonates with you, this is really just taking all the power that you have, all the power that you have from Mother Earth Gaia, all the way up to Father Sky. With all these tools, we have the swords, the pentacles, the wands, the cups, using all of this information that you have to move forward and to manifest really what you want to manifest, right? This card is number 1, but we know in the Rider-Waite or in these tarot decks that 0 is the Fool. So the Fool starts his journey. The first person, the entity that he comes up to is the Magician, saying you can create whatever you want. What do you want to manifest? You have the tools to do that. So this weekend, whatever, Oh, and before I do go any further, I do want to mention this is a general reading. It is for entertainment purposes only. If it resonates, wonderful. If it doesn't, no worries. But again, going back to this, the first card out of the deck, we get the first card on this read is the Magician. I then get the Hermit card. Introspection, self-discovery, and mentorship. This card is basically kind of going inside, having that time of introspection. But you have Source here, you have your guardian angels, you have all these higher beings leading the way, one step at a time. But it can be a solitary journey, just like the Fool is on at that point. So he stopped in, he saw the Magician who said you can be anything you want. And you may be stepping back and saying, what do I want? What do I need? Where do I want to go? Allowing yourself to take the time to step in and listen to your inner guidance. All the answers are within, okay? The next card, I'm just reading these in the order I got them, is this 10 of Fire card. Well, she looks a little bit, let's say overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. That can happen, right? So we have this 10 of Fire card, these 10 of Wands, with this time of year, just, with everything going on in the world, I think although these cards together are a beautiful message, move forward, go inside yourself and move forward. The realities of life, this is kind of showing us this 3rd dimensional, like the kitchen is a mess, the kids need picked up, so we still, while we're striving for that higher feeling of, the Magician and the Hermit and all that beautiful, deep consciousness work, we still have to wake up every day and do our 3rd dimensional things too. And you know what? That's totally okay. So just do your best and take that. I'm just hearing, clean that kitchen up one step at a time, because it'll all get cleaned up, and then move on. And then the last card that I got in this group is the High Priestess card. And it says intuition, wisdom, and patience. Absolutely. During this time, during any time, I'm going to tell you what somebody told me. I was at the Susan Linn conference back in Chicago a month or so ago, and somebody read me, and they said, and she was very accurate, and she said to me, they're telling me patience is a virtue. And I said, oh, that's funny, because I'm just thinking that I'm not feeling very patient right now. Patience is a virtue. Sit down, quiet your mind. When you can, go off by yourself, meditate, have quiet time, rest your body, rest your mind, rest your soul, because that opens up this doorway to your intuition. Intuition can't speak to you all, often when you have your to-do list on your mind and things like that, because your mind is taken up with those 3rd dimensional things. But when you have the time, and don't need to be hard on yourself, no need to get wigged out if you can't do it at a certain time or a certain day. When you can, make some time when you can to sit down and really tap into your intuition, because you're going to find some really wonderful messages there. And they are messages that are really geared for you and your soul and what you're looking for. So that's the first set of cards that I got. I'm now going to pull, you know what? I'm going to actually pull some cards from Denise, Linn, The Sacred Forest. I'm going to pull a card or two from here because these are just such a beautiful, the pictures on this deck are just so beautiful. So now we're moving forward. We know we have our third dimensional issues to deal with, which would be our messy kitchen, the car needs cleaned, and the kids need to get to school and whatever. And the report is due at work, especially at the end of the year for, you know, people who do financial stuff and that. All that's really just kicking into gear. But we also know that we need to have that time of rest, because that is what opens us up and opens our heart up. That fourth chakra is our heart, opens that up to get those intuitive messages that we really, really need to move forward, and that we can move forward. You can move forward anytime and in a lot of ways. And I don't want to say anytime, but there's a lot of ways to move forward. But when you kind of close off and close out, that's the words I'm looking for, close out this world, and you really look inside, then moving forward becomes a little less difficult, becomes a little bit easier. We see the path a little bit clearer. So pulling some card, at least one card, let's see, I'm going to pull maybe 2 or 3 from the Sacred Forest. Oh, wonderful. Okay, right. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. But you're going to love these cards because I love these cards. First card I get is Refuge, which is the Enchanted Fern Grotto. Time to step back. This card is saying take time to step into, you know, that special quiet place, your sacred space. Even if your sacred space is on the couch and just closing your eyes and closing off the television, closing the iPad, turning the lights down, and just having some quiet time, maybe putting on some beautiful music that you love, or putting on, you know, doing some kind of, you know, meditative, guided meditation. Get into that space, right? Because that is where you find the beauty. And this says wood nymph beauty. When you quiet, again, you find that inner beauty that you have. This isn't, I mean, outer beauty, that's great. It's beautiful, perfect. But yeah, we all have that inner beauty. And that's really by tapping into it. And she is almost in her own, she has other people here, but she's in her own little space too, her own quiet space to find that beauty. She's not out in the crowd. She's not fighting people. She's not trying to get, you know, standing in a line at the grocery store to find it. She's now in her inner space, that beautiful like sanctuary where she can have peace and quiet and really just let herself shine. And then the last card that I got out of the Sacred Forest card is Success, Sacred Spring. When you step back, you're quiet, you quiet your mind. I mean, it all comes back to the same thing, right? We quiet our mind, and then we have this level of beauty and success. And yeah, this success, it says 34 down here, 7, that being a very spiritual number, you know, representing sacred beings, angels. And I remember, I'm actually thinking of that saying that kids learn when they're very young on how to make a 7, you know, across the sky and down from heaven. That's the way you make a 7. So if that, you know, rings a bell with anyone, that's exactly what I was thinking when I got that card. And then I'm going to pull just a couple of cards here from Cassi White's Starry Beginnings. I'm going to pull a card or two. So, you know, just to, you know what this is really, this is just a very calming reading for me today. I don't know if you're getting that feeling also, but this is just very calming, stepping back. Yeah, we know we have our third dimensional things that we have to do, but just really stepping back and really going deep, going inside as to who we are, what we want, how we want to move forward, when, where, and all those answers are always deep within us. They're all there. So let me just, I'm going to 3. Yeah, okay, good. All right. Interesting. You can't really make it up. I tell you, I don't pull these cards before because you know what? They're just so much fun to pull live. I know this is live to tape, but they're so much fun to pull live to tape because they just are always right on. So the first question, or the first card I got out of here is See with Your Heart. The time is now to hear the messages. Go in the heart. You hear your messages, right? Can't. Everything we've been talking about. Second card was You Have a Sensitive Antenna. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. That's true. If you are a sensitive person, if you're an empath, make sure that you are, you know, kind of putting a cloud over that antenna, like kind of like giving yourself some, you know, some protection from picking up everybody's, you know, messages and their emotions. It's okay. You don't need to be a part of everybody's journey, of everybody's walk. You know, so just go deep inside, go into your refuge, that beautiful, quiet place where the success in finding yourself lies. And that's it. Just quiet your mind and quiet yourself and find the answers you need. So again, you have a sensitive antenna. Many people, sensitive people do. Try not to have that antenna up and picking everything up at all times. And then the last card that I got in this group is spend time on you. Balance yourself. Again, what a beautiful message. Everything's kind of lining up with what we were talking about. It's really a time. It seems like the energy is really, after all these like eclipses, you know, new moons, full moons, whatever. I know things are always coming up, but it's almost like a time of saying, this is where I want to go, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to take the time to find out where I want to go for me, and take some time to really go in and meditate and really then being enlightened with that inner intuition that we all have. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting. It's just kind of a nice time to step back. Even a nice time, really, maybe this weekend if you can, or this week before in the United States, before all the like the holiday season starts and that. It just might be a really nice time. So that's the messages that I got. Those are the cards I pulled. But I'm going to pull 3 cards here. We'll do a 3-card pick and see, you know, see what we get here. So think about your question and think about maybe which number you might be drawn to. So let me see here. Oh. Okay, here's card 1, card 2, and card 3. Here we go now. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Think about which card resonates with you. 1, 2, or 3. Don't think too hard. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, if you picked card 1, you picked the 2 of Fire card. And this says planning, partnering, and progress. If you pick this card, it may be a really good time to partner up, or if you're thinking about partnering up with someone, whether it's personal or whether it's for business, it may be a really good time to partner up and move forward. You know, obviously, if you have to sign contracts, double checking those, doing all the third dimensional things, but it might be time. And what I think is important about this card, or what really sticks out to me about this card, is they're not just looking in each other's eyes. They're clearly not doing that, okay? But you can gaze into someone's eyes and it's a beautiful thing. But they're actually gazing out at the same future, at the same horizon. They're both on the same path, and they're ready to move forward in the same direction. So if you got this card and you are thinking about partnering up with someone, or, partnering up with someone, whether it's a significant other personally, or whether it's someone's business, or whatever it is, maybe for training, this may be the time to do it. I mean, this is a really nice energy around that. So that's card 1. If you got card 2, you got the Hermit card. And the Hermit card is introspection, self-discovery, and mentorship. This card tells me that you may be really stepping back right now, being solitary on your path, going deep inside your heart to see where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? What do you want to manifest moving forward? One step at a time, inside. But you have this light from source. You have this light from your guides, lighting your steps, one step at a time. You may not be able to see far down in 3 months from now or 6 months from now. You might not even be able to see 3 days from now, but you are able to have every step of your path illuminated, one step at a time, and moving forward. So that being said, if that's where you're at right now, you might be a good time to just do some meditations, go deep, do some, I just heard take a bath. Just take a nice hot bath, relax, and really just let yourself relax into the water, relax into the moment, and let those messages and that guidance come in. So that's card 2. And if you picked card 3, you got the Chariot card. Again, that's a 7. I think we talked about a 7 earlier. Willpower, victory, and recognition. This card really shows time to move forward. The energy is there. These two horses are, they're unicorns in this case. These two unicorns are actually, they're going in different directions. But you, the charioteer, you have that energy and that drive and that determination to pull them together, to get everything together, all these energies that are going all different directions, pull them together and move forward on the path that you want to move forward on. So again, you have the willpower, the victory, and the recognition coming. If you're ready to move forward, this is a really strong card to get that. It's a positive card. It's moving forward. And it's also, I just heard, blazing your own trail. You might have to step on some toes. You might have to do things that maybe not everybody is interested or happy that you're doing. You may have to change your inner story a little bit and say, listen, but this is what I have. This is the direction I have to go for myself, my happiness. I still love all you guys. Don't want to lose any friends, but you may, okay? You might have people drop out of your life just because your vibration changes. And while some people may drop out of your life, you may absolutely have more people coming in, or some people coming in that are much more aligned with who you are. So that being said, that's the third card. I hope these cards resonated with you. Again, it's for entertainment purposes only, as you know. If it didn't resonate, no worries. Please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps my channel, and it really gives me that, again, that extra spark to keep doing this and to keep moving forward. And just to know that everybody's out there, saying, hey, I love the comments. I read all of them. I try to respond to all of them, at least with a heart or something, so I got them. But anyway, that being said, I just want to say namaste, my friends, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.